Well, you can poke me with that needle wherever you want. In this. Oh, that's recording. Hello, welcome to Animes. Another weekly roundup of AmiAmi figure pre-orders. I'm Gary, Weeb of Wargaming. So the 29th of October to the 2nd of November 2024. Links for these figures will be in the description down below, and there's quite a few figures to look at today, so I'll just try and blitz them as fast as I can, really, unless there's any noticeable ones to get onto. Comment, like, and subscribe as usual, and yeah, let's get on into the figures that are up for pre-order. Fate Grand Order, Savior Ultra Pendragon, Lily, Court Scale by Freeing, 49,500 yen. So this is the second version of Savior Ultra that Freeing have done, which was, I think, the previous version, the same price as this anyways. June 2025 release. So this one's, I think, the sort of, more relaxed outfit version. It's not a standard outfit version. Some people probably like this. I quite like this a lot. I don't know if those stockings are actual fabric like they are on their bunny figures, or if they're painted on. The pictures aren't very clear. So here we go. That's 3 different versions of her. I actually like this one a lot more, but still 50,000 yen's a bit much, I think. So I don't know if these are actual fabric on the legs, like very thick fabric tights. I think that would make it unique enough to potentially be worth it in my eyes. But yeah, I can definitely see why a lot of people potentially won't get this one. Gift Plus, Azure Lane Unzen Sojourn Through Clear Seas, 1/8 by Mythos for 6,460 yen. So it's 1/8 scale, it's very small. April 2025 release, very nicely detailed, which is what's to be expected from this manufacturer. But the scale is obviously very small, so she's gonna be very not take up a lot of space. But it's the quality that I think you're going to be watching out for. But Mythos are very good anyway. Mythos, so they do want quarter scales quite a lot, and obviously they do a couple of 1/8s every now and then when they get to Azure Lane figures. She looks very nice overall, and a good price. Luna Sakura Koji Cat-Eared Maid Cherry Blossom Color version, 1/6 by Q6, 22,780 yen. June 2025 release. It's a very cute figure, made cat Neko figure, and it is fully cast offable in a pink and white maid. She also comes in a standard black and white maid outfit as well. For 22,780 yen, same price. Yep, so looks fine. And there are more deluxe versions which come with wall scrolls, but the wall scrolls of both of those are of the original art, so the black and white outfit. So you don't get an alternative wall scroll matching the figure, recoloring or anything. Molly changing clothes, timing ninja, B-type, suntan skin version, quarter scale by Abilu Design. 15,980 yen, March 2025 release. So this one's similar to the Nurse, same manufacturer did a Nurse and a nun version, a sister version of the in this sort of similar pose, obviously with very well endowed chest area and whatnot. But they've got 2 versions of this. They've got a tanned and they've got a non-tanned normal version, both coming out in March 2025. So it depends on which preference you prefer. If you would prefer tanned or not. Pretty good price for quarter scale as well. But yeah, so not bad overall. Doki Angru Chan illustration by Mataro, 1/6 by Hobby-Sakura for 21,240 yen. August 2025 release. This one is not mentioned as being cast off, but my figure collection does say it is a cast offable figure, so I'm not too sure. I think a lot of people are hoping this is cast off, or that their partner manufacturer Lovely will do a cast off version of this, because they've done that before where Lovely sort of their cast off version, but they do the same figure rather than pink. Hobby-Sakura that do the designs, but they're knocking it out of the park. Hobby-Sakura, this is an amazing design, love it. Well, obviously, dragon fighter style aesthetic going on here, very well in the chest area. Hair looks nice, very nice looking figure. If we can get confirmation of this, if this is cast off, then I think it'll be an auto buy for everybody. And then you get a slightly more expensive version, which comes with a Gengar wall skull of the original art sample here for your eyes. So it depends if you want to spend the extra or not. Depends if you want wall skulls or not. I'm not particularly attached to wall skulls. Character vocal series 01 Hatsune Miku Symphony 2023 version 1/7 by Good Smile Company. 29,800 yen. December 2025. Pretty simple summer dress version Hatsune Miku, very cute looking figure. Elf Sister My Sale 1/6 by Hobby Sakura. Again, they're knocking it out of the park. 23,710 yen. July 2025. Very nice looking. Sculpting looks great. Paint job looks great. The fancy armor and everything looks amazing on this one. Maybe the weapon could be a bit more detailed. Simon, do you want to stop messing around with that, please? But yeah, very good looking thing. And part of us, you can get her other sister as well. Feniel 1/6 for July 2025. They don't mention these cast off. So it depends on, I think some people would probably like these to potentially be cast off, but Hobby Sakura don't always do cast off figures. So even if they're not cast off, they're very nice looking elf figures, which I think hopefully Hobby Sakura keep up this quality of work as long as the final product is close to these prototype photos. Overlord Albedo Jet Black Dress version 1/7 by Shibuya Scramble, 29,700 yen, December 2025. Not the best looking Albedo, but you do get obviously this sort of scenic base, adding a lot of extra detail into the figure, so that kind of pushed the value up a bit. That staircase is probably 6 to 8,000 yen by itself, and there's a lot of extra plastic obviously compared to just having a figure of Albedo on a standard base. So yeah, I think the price is probably justified. One of the few times Shibuya Scramble do justify the price with them adding that sort of scenic base. Hatsune Miku Wa Bunny 1/7 by Fuve, 22,000 yen, September 2025. Very colourful, pretty nice looking figure, but I think for the 22,000 yen is not too bad. They've not gone overboard with their pricing this time for 1/7. It's a very cute looking Hatsune Miku figure. Tenatal Tool Rascal Does Not Dream Bunny Girl Senpai 1/7 by Fuve, 10,450 yen, July 2025. Very cute, like date style outfit that you'd be getting with Hobby's Mai Sakurajima if you didn't want her in a sort of bunny suit. And obviously she's going to be quite tall as well for this 1/7. She's the tall Tenatal Tool lineup, which is the newer lineup of them doing different sizes, kind of like Puppet Pro doing the L size and XL size figures. So Tenatal or Fury are expanding the Tenatal lineup. Gift Plus Azure Lane Jersey Midsummer Leisure 1/8 by Mythos for 6,460 yen. So another 1/8 by Mythos for May 2025. Not the best New Jersey figure really. I think she could do with a full scale figure really, and it's not the best hair shading going on here, but is sub-7, that's just over 6,000 yen figure. So what can you expect really with this budget lineup? But I'm not familiar with the Gift Plus line by Mythos, so might be a new line or just a line I'm not covered before. Shin Ikutosen Shime Ryomi Bare Leg version, quarter scale, freeing 41,800 yen, June 2025. This is a cast off on the chest area, just like the original version. I don't know if I prefer this with bare legs or with the tights. I think I still prefer the tights, but if you can get her for a good price once she's released, she might, like a lot of the bare leg freeing figures, they do go down in the aftermarket quite a bit. Although this being cast off might make it hold its value a bit more. It's down to personal taste, I think, with this sort of design, with this character. She kind of looks good with tights and without tights actually in this position. So just down to personal preference. Katie Cole ReZero is starting life in another world. Rem and Ram Night Wizard versions, 2 figure set, 1/7 each for 13,486 yen. July 2025. 2 1/7 for 14,000 yen, which are also come with light up pumpkin pedestal LED lights. Yeah, look really nice. I think the price is a bargain. If you really like Rem and Ram and really like the Halloween aesthetic, then definitely get these two figures. They do sell them separately for just over 6,000 yen each, but you don't get the light up pumpkin heads, so I would pay the extra, get the set. 14,000 yen is not really a stretch to go for that if you were going to get both of them individually anyways. Hololive production, Hosho Marine, 30 outfit, 1/6 by Max Factory, 35,000 yen, October 2025 release. We've had previous figures of her before, but this one I think is the most detailed, highest quality one that I've seen. So Max Factory knocking out the park. They're a great manufacturer, definitely up and coming in terms of quality, competing with Ultra I think in terms of final execution of the final figure being extremely close to the prototype pictures that we see here. So it's almost the same basically with both, same as what Ultra offers. So very good manufacturer, I think definitely worth getting a hold of if you like this Hololive figure. Konosuba, so this is Union, idol version for 9,900 yen by Kadakawa. Very cute looking figure. July 2025. You also get Megamine as well, same price, 9,900 yen in an idol outfit, and we also get God's Blessing on This World light novel, Iris, by Kadakawa again, 9,900 yen. So you can buy all three if you want. I'm not too fond of idol figures generally, or idol versions. That's why I'm not collect Hatsune Miku, but they look cute together. All three of them look perfectly fine. And 9,900 yen is a good price, and Kadakawa are very good. These are non-scales, so they 116 centimeters in height, so probably 1/8 in height really. Since they're standing up figures, I'd say about 1/8 in scale rather than 1/7. 1/7 is normally about 20 centimeters, so these are a bit tad shorter, unfortunately. ReZero starting life in Another World Rem Yukata version, renewal packet edition by Kadakawa, 17,380 yen, June 2025. Pretty simple Yukata really. Not sure if it's worth the price since there's nothing outlandish in terms of detailing. The cotton candy is a nice accessory I suppose, and the bag that she's got looks fine. Oh, the goldfish looks fine. Don't think it's something I would personally get for a Rem figure, but there's so many Rem figures out there. So Killer Kill Ryoko Mato Kamui Senkutsu version 1/8 by Fat Company for 16,800 yen, June 2025. I think this is a re-release if I remember correctly. But I think this is something that anyone who's an anime fan and loves Killer Kill should get this one, especially if you missed on the original release, which I'm pretty sure this is a re-release. The aftermarket for this I'm pretty sure is pretty ridiculous. So yeah, I'll definitely nab this if you can for it. For 17,000 yen, such a bargain to be honest to get this figure. Yeah, it's 1/8, it's a bit on the smaller side, but it's Killer Kill, so an iconic anime that any anime fan would love to have this figure in their collection. Girls Frontline VSK 94 Christmas Eve Detective Heavy Damage version 1/6 for 34,800 yen by Fat Company, August 2025. This one's obviously I like the overall design, love the jacket and whatnot going on. She is cast off, but that's just the the tail and the cape that can be removed. Basically, it's not in terms of actual clothing being removed. There's not been any Girls Frontline figures that have been cast off in terms of NSFW, so I wasn't expecting that anyways when they listed cast off down here in the bottom part for it. So very nice looking figure. 34,000 yen is a bit much, but there's a lot of extra plastic with obviously the cape and the tail going on in the rear, and obviously there being a lot of extra plastic in the chest area as well for this character. So I can definitely see why a lot of people would like to get this figure. I'm not saying I would get really. If they did this as an actual cast off or an OC, I think if there was an OC design of this, similar concept would be really nice. Illustration original Ren Nurse version, 1/7 by Kotobukiya for 20,690 yen. Yes, it looks like she could be cast off, but she isn't. Kotobukiya don't do cast off figures, at least from what I'm aware of, they don't. But this is a very nice looking figure, very sexy looking nurse going on here, about to needle someone or a patient, a very lucky patient, I would say. And then we also have Shino nurse as well. Same price, just in the white style outfit, a bit more classic, a bit more, you know, traditional Japanese nurse outfit compared to the other black version, more seductive, so more conspicuous, and then the one more seductive. Potentially worth getting both. February 2025. Pop-up parade SP Zanma Tai Nemenbane Al Azif complete figure by Good Smile for 10,800 yen. SP, I think, is their sort of like special edition, like deluxe version of Pop-up Parade. May 2025, so that the attention to detail should be a lot higher on this compared to the traditional Pop-up Parades. Although the execution, I guess there's some shading on the red parts, but I think it's pretty flat really overall. The hair's probably got the most dynamic shading going on. The rest of the outfit and the clothing just looks pretty simple, so don't know, it depends on personal taste, and I'm not familiar with this anime really, unfortunately. Matero original illustration Shiraneko 1/6 by Pink Cat for 29,800 yen, June 2025. So you can get her with another Neko in a China dress, and this is full cast off figure. So yeah, fully cast off if you want, with a different hand piece depending on the position you want, and then you can get them as a set. You have to buy them separately. I think we covered her last week if I remember correctly, so you'll be looking about 60,000 yen for both of these. So potentially worth getting. If you're going to get one, I'll get both. It just seems like that you should really have them as a pair. To Loveru Uniform Series Mikan Yuki high school student version by Union Creative for 19,200 yen. This is a non-scale, 15 centimeters sitting down, so probably 1/7 or a bit larger than 1/7 in terms of height. The shading looks really good. The yellows on the top, you know, where it goes sort of to white around the chest area, is really nicely done. I think Union Creative have outdone themselves with the paint job on this figure, and it's in her in a traditional school outfit, which a lot of people who enjoy To Loveru will definitely like. So I think definitely if you're a To Loveru fan, probably an auto buy for a figure for you. Evangelion Radio Eva Ray AmiAmi. Radio Eva Part 3 original color 1/7 by Hobby Max Japan for 20,370 yen, December 2025, so end of next year. Sort of in a pastel grey color outfit version with just a bit of purple and red. That's about it. And then there is her normal color complete figure version, which I think, depending on you, I prefer the hair actually having color and the blue herring and whatnot, rather than the sort of grey and white aesthetic. But they're both available, very cute. It's the third roundup of Radio Ava figures from what I'm aware of. So it's the third release. They've done like 3 different sets, I guess you could say, of Radio Ava lineup. My Dress Up Darling Sajuna Inoue t-shirt version 1/7 by Q's Q, 14,770 yen. Finally getting a figure of her from My Dress Up Darling. Very cute looking figure, very simple though. Which I guess is reflected in the price, you know, 15,000 yen. Pretty nice. Maybe she might even potentially been a bit more, unfortunately, but she is a full scale 1/7, so she should be a reasonable size. Yeah, I think so. If potentially worth getting hold of, or maybe hold out, see what other figures of her get released. Maybe her in one of her cosplay outfits. Azure Lane, New Jersey. Collaborated illustration version complete figure by Apex for 20,270 yen, December 2025. Amazing New Jersey. Love the outfit. Love the color. The hair shading looks really nice, and obviously she's got the bunny ears, which is loving it as well. And this is actual netting on her top that's going over her chest, so very nice looking figure. Yeah, definitely pre-order if you're a New Jersey fan, and the price is really good as well for this figure. Non-scale, so she does 30 centimeters in height, so actually very tall. So probably 1/6 size, I would say, for that 30 centimeter in height. Although you've got the bunny ears, which are adding a fair bit, so maybe probably 1/7. Azure Lane Ting and Simplified version 1/7 by Neon Max for 20,900 yen. Similar price as the New Jersey. August 2025. This one, very nice. I love the outfit, love the sculpting. Paint job looks really nice. You can see the flower petal effects going on the actual blue dress part on the front and back. Very nice. Obviously, very well endowed in the chest area. Knocked it out of the park. Another great Azure Lane figure. I think no manufacturer's actually done a really bad Azure Lane figure. There's just so many girls, obviously, to choose from. Sabat the Witch, Neon Ayachi, 1 and 3.5 scale. Single shipment by Alice Glint, 39,400 yen, December 2025. So this is the second 3.5 scale that Alice Glint have done. And this is a cast offable in the chest area. So you can remove these sort of bandages if you want. And the hat, you can come off. So yeah, you can remove the straps, basically, the ribbon. If you like really large scale figures, Alice Glint are doing them. They just released them pretty slow. I think there we go, 22 centimeters in height, laying down, and as you can see, very large. Or even for compared to like this is a reasonable step up from a quarter scale to a 3.5 scale. So yeah, very nice looking figure. If you really like large figures, and Alice Glint is a manufacturer to keep an eye out for. Azure Lane August von Parseval, the Conquest Unhold version on 7th by Alter, 36,080 yen, September 2025. So it's got Alter's seal of approval, so paint job's going to be top notch, sculpting's going to be top notch, execution's going to be great. So I've got no problems with QC with this figure. It's just whether you like the concept, and this is a very nice concept design and sort of skin from the game. So I think a lot of people will potentially like this if this is one of your favourite waifus from Azure Lane as well. Very expensive on the upper end of what Alter is, but there is a lot of hair, and obviously you've got the couch and whatnot going on with this figure, so that kind of makes sense. Housewife Chiori 1/6 by Eclipse Collectibles, 16,000 yen, July 2025. Just a very simple housewife in a apron. To put it brightly, not cast offable. It doesn't say anything about it being detachable, but pretty good price. And I think if you're a degenerate like me, you can definitely appreciate what they're going for with this figure. Potentially something to add to bookmarks, I would say. Burger Fairies Black's Deluxe Edition by We Art Doing, 36,270 yen. Very interesting concept of this. 18.9 centimeters in height in total. Sort of taking these sort of food items and turning them into waifu concepts, mixed mashups. So paint job looks really good. It's just a really weird concept. I think you'd have to. It just depends on whether this appeals to you, and obviously you can have her without the actual top of the burger on. That probably looks a little bit more normal, rather than having this sort of cheese and beef pat or top of the bun umbrella effect going on. And you get a wood base with it. And then there's also a yellow burger version as well. Same price, February 2025. They look good. It's just an interesting concept of turning food items into girl figures. Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I'm not too sure. They look fine, but it's just interesting. Yeah. Bochi Throck, Jumping Girls, non-scale by Aniplex for 19,800 yen, June 2025. I like this lot because it's sort of 4 figures in one, and just replicating a very humble scene as well. Definitely like it a lot, and I think you can potentially hide the rods by putting some sort of like staging accessories or in front of those rods to, because obviously it's a band and whatnot, to set a scene of some sort of them jumping, and that could probably help hide that a bit as for people out there who want to get this figure. Now we're into the not safe for work section of AmiAmi. So we'll cover, as you can see here, we've got these 4 figures to cover. These 4, isn't this one? Oh, I covered it last week. So we've got Amazupai Secret Mio Rukawa 1/6 by Dampen Liquid for 21,560 yen, August 2025. Very adorable looking figure. Obviously not safe for work, in a very exposed, fully cast off ball. So there's that. I did miss a not safe work figure, a binding figure, 44,000 yen. Yasuguri Public Health Doctor Yumiko Yasaka bunny version, quarter scale, 44,000 yen, July 2025. I thought I missed this one, I just thought I'd check. Yep, it's a bunny suit figure, definitely much more unique design, but binding generally, their outfits are a bit more designed. Paint job looks really good actually. I like the sort of darker pink purple effect going on here. Love the position that she's got, and obviously you get a couple of hand options, and it's fully cast offable. So again, links to this won't be in the description down below, but I just thought I would tack this in. And she does come with a coat and looks like a face mask as well. Some extra, so yeah, potentially worth getting a hold of. I'm very tempted to get this one as well. There's a lot of binding figures that are coming out that I really like to get a hold of. So yeah, sorry, just thought I'd add this in here before the end of the video, before the rest of the other figures I get to. Thanks for the intermission. Thanks, bye. And then we've got the Molly changing clothes Time Ninja. So the changeable part where you can have a fully cast off in terms of down nether region and the chest. So they've got the tanned version and they've got the non-tanned version as well. 6,700 yen. So we're looking at 23 and a bit thousand yen for a quarter scale. That's cast offable by buying these alternative body parts as well. And then round off, we've got Seimin Kanojo Girlfriend's Mother Oka Takanashi quarter scale by Dokimax for 30,800 yen. So relatively on the lower end for a quarter scale pricing. Fully cast offable figure, obviously being handcuffed and whatnot. Like the concept a lot. I'm not sure if it's something I would get, to be honest, this sort of aesthetic, but definitely potentially keep it, especially with there being quarter scale. A lot of these ones that are around the 33,000 yen mark, 1/6, so you're getting obviously a much larger figure for a slightly cheaper price compared to the previous not safe work figures we've covered in previous weeks. And that does it for this week of AmiAmi figure pre-orders. Links for all the normal ones that are safe, I guess you could say, even though there's a couple of cast offable ones. It will be in the description down below, and I shall catch you in another video. Thank you very much. Bye.